All right, so welcome to today's Yoga for Flexibility. I'm really going to be doing some shoulder and neck stretching as my focus. For those who don't know me, I'm Nikki. And just remember, at any time you need to take a break, please come down back to Shavasana, Child's Pose, Down Dog, or grab a drink when you need it, listening to your body. We're going to get started in our Shavasana. Taking some nice big deep breaths here. If you feel the want to engage in your Ujjayi breath, you can today. And that is our inhaling and exhaling through the nose, and that nice constriction of the back of the throat, the ocean-like sound as we breathe out. Remember, as we breathe in, we're expanding, standing tall, lengthening. As we exhale, generally we are melting or twisting or folding deeper into our stretches today. Remember, everything is an option, so take the variation that you need. Yoga should not be painful. When you're ready, as you inhale, you're going to pull just your right knee in and pull it towards your right armpit, just going a little wide here. Still letting that left foot kind of hang nice and loose. And if you'd like, you can just start rocking the knee side to side, moving right through the hip socket, kind of massaging right in that joint, pulling the knee across, side to side. Using your hands to support. Just light movement here. When you're ready, find some stillness as you inhale. Pull the knee to forehead, nice little crunch, and release the right leg back down. On your next inhale, pull the left knee in, but out towards that left armpit, nice and wide here. Letting the right leg relax. And when you're ready, same thing, rocking side to side through that hip socket, pulling the knee, moving just through. Nice range of motion for your body. And then come back to the outer edge. On your next inhale, knee to forehead, and release that right leg or left leg back down. As you inhale, lift the right arm up overhead and roll onto the right side body, cradling the bicep and the ear. Left palm comes out just in front. You can bend the knees. If you'd like to press into the earth with that left hand, create a little connection to Mother Earth, please do so. Let's just take one more big breath here. When you're ready, press up into a nice cross-legged position. So it doesn't matter which knee is on top, we're just in a nice cross-legged position. Even if you're a little loose, that's okay. Remember, we're focusing as we inhale, expanding and lengthening the spine. You can put your hands on your thighs or knees, palms up or down for now. I'm going to go palms down, which is me giving myself energy. Palms up is giving others energy. So focusing on stacking the entire spine from the crown of the head all the way down to the sacrum on top of each other. Just slightly engaging that core. Nice big inhale here. Nice big exhale. I'm going to start by kind of doing little rib isolations. And I'm going to start pushing my ribs side to side. So you just almost try to get a little triangle shape here. You got your palms up, you may want to put them down for a little extra support. That's it. Moving slow, just gentle as you like. And then come back to stillness. Palms down. I take a nice big inhale here. I'm just going to turn so you can see me. And as I exhale, I'm going to tuck the chin and sink the back down here. Hands grabbing the knees. And let yourself relax. The hands are holding you. You should feel a nice little stretch here. And then upper back, shoulders, relaxing those shoulders. Inhale, let's come up. Just stick the chest forward. Maybe a little forward fold in the hips. Lifting the chin. Exhale, tuck the chin, move back. This is kind of our seated cat and seated cow. Inhaling, coming forward. Exhale. Last one, forward, nice big inhale. And then coming back to neutral spine. Stacking yourself again. I'm going to turn to face the back just so you can see what I'm doing here. I'm sitting nice and tall. I'm going to take my right arm behind my back, bending at the elbow, palm faces up. So I'm bringing it over to my left waist. I'm going to grab that left wrist. I'm going to bring my left ear to my left shoulder. So I'm stretching out the right side here. I'm using my left hand to pull that shoulder, getting a little bit in the shoulder and trap. If you come to my stretch classes, you'll recognize this stretch. Lifting the chin up just a little bit, going a little deeper. One more breath. Good. Release the neck, release the arm. Same thing. Bending the left arm behind you, palm faces away. Right hand is grabbing that left wrist and pulling it into your waist. This time, right ear to right shoulder. Just stretch the left side. Feeling this right along the side in your neck. Just letting it release. You stand nice and tall here with the rest of the spine. Maybe lifting the chin up just a little bit. Last breath. Release the neck, release the hands. We're going to roll onto our hands and our knees into our tabletop. If you can't roll, just meet us in tabletop position. Hands below shoulders, knees below hips, and keep the toes curled under here. And we're going to do our hips side to side. So I'm going to start by pushing my hips towards the right and looking over my left shoulder. Then the opposite, hips go to the left. Gaze comes over the right shoulder. Again, moving at your own pace. I promise we'll have a little sanding sequence. Just getting us warmed up. I'm going to keep a nice flat back, parallel to the ground. Let's do one more each side. When you're done, bring yourself back to that nice neutral tabletop spine, pressing through the mat. Curl those toes under. Nice big inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, lift the hips to downward facing dog. And here, feel free to walk out the dog however you feel fit. Maybe crossing the knees to the other side and lifting up to the big toe, or just pedaling it out. And stretching out the back of the legs, making sure the fingers are firmly planted. We press down through the heels. Find some stillness here. Engaging the quads to lift the kneecaps up. If you have to, you can keep some softness still in the knees here. Then keeping the legs as straight as we can for as long as we can. We're going to slowly take some small steps forward. Remember, waddling those hips, lifting the hip up so we can bring some fullness and straightness to that leg. Until you can't, you can lift the hands up, soften the knees until you get to a nice forward fold position. Again, if you need to, your hamstrings are still tight, please soften the knees. As we inhale, we're halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold over. Then I'm going to inhale, sweep my arms up, come to rise, palms come together. Exhale through heart center. Releasing the hands, I'm going to clasp them behind, and I'm going to bring my palms together as I clasp. I'm going to pinch the shoulder blades together and lift the hand up and off the tush if you can. So take a nice big inhale here. I'm exhaling, folding over back into a forward fold. This time I'm going to bring the hands over to the right and bend the right knee as I look to the left. And opposite side, straighten the right leg, bend the left knee as I look over the right shoulder. And moving through this, or holding some stillness if you like, keep pulling those arms up. They're the ones that's guiding you and pulling you side to side. One more each side. And find some stillness. Bring the hands back down to your low back and release them to the ground if you can. Bring some weight into your toes if you've lost that. And we're going to do a little pedaling here, lifting one heel up at a time. You're going to have to bend the knee. That's okay. We're just intensifying the stretch on the opposite leg. Just a little inhale. And exhale the other side. Just a few more here. Letting the head hang loose. And release the heels back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over, soften the knees as we inhale, sweep the arms up. Palms come together. Exhale through heart center. Good. I'm going to take a nice big inhale to lengthen the spine. I'm going to take my left foot and I'm going to step it back 90 degrees into warrior two. Bringing the arms out, just find your warrior two first. Bringing the gaze to the right fingertips. I'm going to modify this for a little shoulder stretch because we can. So really sink into that lunge. You find your knees going over your toes, just take a bigger step. It's okay. I'm going to take my right arm and bring it across the shoulder. I'm going to hook it with the left arm, nice shoulder stretch. Stay in these warrior two legs. Drop that right shoulder. Gaze can come to the side of the room now. One more big inhale here. Nice big exhale, sink deeper in that lunge. Then release the arms back out, warrior two. Nice big inhale here. And as I exhale, right arm to right thigh, left arm reaches up and over. We're gonna stay here just for 2 breaths. So really reach that left arm up and over. Let it reach the shoulder out of its socket. Inhale back through warrior two. Exhale, left hand to left thigh, reach the right arm up and over. Reach, reach, reach. Just keep that right leg nice and bent. One more breath here. Let's dance our warrior. Inhale, come to side angle. Leaning forward, right arm to right thigh. Exhale, reverse. Right hand up and over, stretch. Inhale forward. Exhale. Maybe looking up at those right fingertips. Inhale. Gazing at the left now. Last one, exhale. Inhale back to warrior two. One more breath here. Good. Let's windmill the hands, framing that right foot, step it back, downward dog. Drop the heels. Feel free to stay here or come for a flow, modified or not. I'm gonna do the full flow, but I'll walk you through modified. So we inhale, come to plank. You can drop your knees. Exhale, all the way down or halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or baby cobra. Exhale, down dog. All right, one more breath here. This time we're gonna bend our knees. You can either walk or hop your feet towards your hands and come into a nice forward fold. Straightening the legs here. Just one more breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Soften the knees as we inhale. Sweep the arms up overhead. Palms come together. Exhaling through heart center. All right. I'm just going to stand to the back of my mat. This time I'm going to step the right foot back 90 degrees, open up to warrior two. Left leg should be leading. So your other leg. Sinking those hips down, spreading those arms, those fingertips. Last breath, just like this. Go a little deeper if you can, pressing through the outside edge of that right foot. And to modify, I'm going to bring the left arm right across my chest, hooking the right arm underneath, dropping that left shoulder, pulling with that right arm. Nice shoulder stretch with warrior two legs. That's it. You've got this. Breathing. Bring your gaze to face the right side of the room this time. Last breath. As you inhale, spread the arms back to warrior two. Arms. Pulling that left knee out and open. Let's go into side angle here. Left arm to left thigh. Right arm reaches up and over, reaching towards the sky. Maybe bringing your gaze there. And we're stretching out those armpits, lats, armpit area. Sink deeper in that lunge. Inhaling back through to warrior two. Exhaling, reverse. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches up and over. Finding that gaze up. Reaching, stretching behind the shoulder now. Inhaling, let's dance the warrior. Come to side angle. Right hand reaches up and over. Exhaling, reverse. Expressing this however you want. Maybe bring the hand behind your back. Inhaling, reaching up and over. Just focus on reaching the arms up and over as you breathe. One more of each. Slowing that breath pace down. And exhale. When you're ready, inhale back to warrior two. Sink a little deeper. When you're ready, let's windmill the hands down to frame the left foot. Lift the right heel, step it back, down dog. Drop those heels, 2 breaths here. Last breath. Optional flow, modify, stay here, come with me as we inhale towards plank, nice tight core. Exhale, chaturanga, elbows are tight. Inhaling, strong shoulders into up dog. Exhaling, downward facing dog. Give me 2 breaths, and then you can drop to your knees to grab some water. One more breath. Good. Let's drop to our knees and get some water. All right, we are going to do one more standing little mini sequence. Just some warrior one and pyramid. So when you're ready, let's meet back in downward facing dog. I'll give you a few extra breaths here, just to sort yourself, get that water. For those in downward dog, just focusing on getting a nice elongated dog, lifting up through that tailbone as we inhale. Exhaling, pressing the chest a little closer to the legs as we exhale. Maybe pulling the heels down wherever you want to be. Good. Hopefully everybody's back here. We're going to get started as we inhale. Lift the right heel right to the sky. Reach, reach, reach. Exhale, plant it through the hands. Pivot the back foot. 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one. Palms face each other. Making sure those hips are facing forward. Sinking deep. Pressing through the outside edge of that left foot. We're just gonna do a little mini flow here. Taking a nice big inhale here. As we exhale, sweep the arms down beside. Do a little bow for me. Bring the arms parallel to the ground. Inhaling, coming up. Exhaling, folding over. Arms airplane mode, palms face down. Inhale up. Last one, exhale, fold over. Inhale, come up. Good. Let's bring the hands to the hips. I'm going to hop my left foot in about a foot or so I can straighten both my legs. Left foot is still on that 45-degree angle. And I'm just going to show you can either grab reverse arms or come into reverse prayer. Reverse prayer is definitely a deeper shoulder stretch. And if you're not quite there, focus on pressing the palms together. It's good for the shoulders, good for the hamstrings. As we inhale, we're going to exhale, folding at the hips, flat back, feeling this in that right hamstring, tucking that right hip back in. Lengthening out, core is tight here. Sticking that chest out as we really press the hands together if you're in reverse prayer. One more big inhale here. Nice big exhale. When you're ready, inhale, come back to rise. We're gonna bring the arms back up. Bringing the palms to prayer. And then I'm going to bend at the elbows, bringing the thumbs to the back of the neck. I'm just going to create a little arch here, sticking the chest forward, looking up. Just a little arch here, pushing the shoulders down. Maybe the head's pushing into the arms to stretch a little deeper. That's okay. One last breath here. Good. Inhale the arms back, warrior one arms. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, pull them back down. One breath here. Last inhale. And as you exhale, fold over, bending to the right knee, frame the right foot, step the left foot back, then step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Just one more breath here. And we have our optional flow. When you're ready, come with me or modify. As we inhale, come towards plank. Exhale, halfway down, chaturanga. Inhale, lift the chin up, dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. If you've lost your ujjayi breath and you're trying to focus on it, find it. If you find your mind wandering, come back to the body. Do a little check-in here. Just making sure nothing's in pain. That we are lengthening as we inhale. We are folding deeper into a stretch as we exhale. One more breath. When you're ready, as you inhale, lift the left heel right up to the sky, straight leg. Exhale, step it through. Pivot the back foot 45 degrees, inhaling to our warrior one. Sinking down into that left leg, pressing through the outside edge of the right foot. Feeling this nice stretch here. Relaxing the shoulders. Finding your gaze soft as something just in front of you. Coming back to your breath. When you're ready, let's do our little flow, taking a nice big inhale here. As you exhale, sweep the arms by your side, hinging at the hips, hands in airplane mode. Inhale, back up, warrior one arms. Exhaling, folding over. Inhaling, coming back up. Last one. That lunge. Inhale, come back up. And release your hands by your side or your hip. And you're going to step that back foot in about a foot or so, still on its 45 degrees, straightening both legs. Hips are still square. Remember, you can grab opposite arms or bring your hand to reverse prayer. Trying to press the palms together. Taking a nice big inhale here. Exhaling, just hinging at the hips into pyramid. Tucking that left hip under. It's okay if one side's more flexy than the right. This is how our bodies naturally are. Keeping some softness in that left knee. Good. Just one more breath here like this. As you inhale, come back to rise, keeping your feet here. Bring the arms up overhead. Palms come together. Inhale, shrug the shoulders up. Exhale, pull them down. Give me one more big inhale here. As we exhale, bending the elbows, bring the thumbs to the back of the neck, pushing the chest forward and lifting the chin to lift your gaze. Maybe pushing the hips forward just a little bit. Pressing through the chest. So your hands make a little contact with your head. That's okay. Go deep in your stretch. Last breath. Inhale, release the arms back, warrior one. Exhale, bend into the left knee, plant the hands on the ground. First step the right foot back, left foot into downward dog. This will be our last flow. So your option, enjoy it or stay here. We'll get some water after. Inhale, drop those hips to plank. Exhale, elbows tight, chaturanga. Inhaling, up dog or cobra, lift through the chin and chest. Exhaling, down dog. Hold for 2 breaths before you get your water. Slow that breath pace down if you've lost it, connecting to it. When you're ready, you can drop to your knees and grab some water. All right. So we're going to do a few little seated. If you want, you can just face me depending on how you have your camera set up. I'm going to start with some windshield wipers. So if you're facing the long edge of your mat like me, imagine your feet are hip width apart, mat width apart. My fingers are behind me supporting me and I'm pressing up through my shoulders. Nice little chin lift. Take a nice big inhale here. Then I'm going to drop my knees both to the right side. I'm going to look towards the left. We're just going to hold this pose here. Nice big inhale. Lift through the chest. Exhale. Maybe let the knees sink a little deeper. One more big inhale here. Little neck stretch here. And exhale. Inhale, bring everything back to center. Exhaling, let the knees fall to the left this time. Looking towards the right. Making sure we don't sag in. Pressing up strong shoulders, a little pinch in that shoulder blade. Just keep breathing here, lengthening out on those inhales. Going a little deeper on those exhales. One more big breath here. Inhaling everything back to center when you're ready. We're going to cross our legs. Doesn't matter which way because we're going to do both. So you can keep your hands or bring them back behind you. I'm just going to show you from the side. All right, same little posture. Shoulder blades are pinched. You take a nice big inhale. I'm going to just lift my hips up, maybe rolling onto my knees. Just watch you're not pinching anything. Pinching the shoulder blades, lifting the chin. And if you feel comfortable, drop the head and chin behind you. Bring your gaze behind you. But if you're not, keep the chin tucked. Give me one more breath here. Inhale, tuck and lift the chin. Exhale, sink your hips down. Cross your legs the other way. This is probably a little unnatural. You're used to doing it one way, but that's okay. Inhale, let's lift everything up. Whew. Maybe walking your hands in a little bit more on this side. Tighter. Again, keeping the chin tucked if that's comfortable, or letting the head go if you feel comfortable. You're not getting lightheaded or dizzy at all. This is a nice little shoulder release here if you got your head tilted back. Just one more breath. Good. Inhale, lift and tuck the chin. Exhale, sink it back down. Let's just give those shoulders some little rolls here. One way, and then the other way. No matter where you're facing, we're going to roll onto our knees, back into tabletop. You are going to want to find yourself on your mat proper, head facing the top. Just find some length here. Sucking that core back in. Just finding that engagement. Pressing through the hands, making them nice and strong so you feel that engagement of the upper back. And I'm going to walk my knees mat width apart, bring the big toes together. Just take one more breath here. One more big inhale. And as you exhale, send the hips back into child's pose. Maybe walking the hands forward, pressing as much of the arm as you can towards the ground. Trying to even press the armpits to the ground. Nice active child's pose here. Just one more breath like this. As you inhale, just lift your forehead a little bit. We're going to walk our hands towards the right side of the room. Stretching out, especially that left side. It's okay if the right arm reaches up and past the left arm, and just place your forehead on the ground where it is, really feeling this stretch along the left side body, making sure there's no pain in the back. If there is, just back off a little bit. Really reach here on your last inhale and melt really deep here on the last exhale. Inhale, lift your forehead up. We're going to walk the hands back through center and then over to the left side. Again, letting those arms both reach out, and then place your forehead wherever you can. Stretching out the right side this time. Keeping this active, so pressing the palms into the mat. Okay, if one side was more flexible than the other. Got a little farther, that's okay. Keep both arms straight and strong as we reach and press down into the mat. Last breath, inhale to reach. Exhale to melt. As you inhale, lift your forehead up, and we're going to walk our hands back to center. We're going to inhale, come back up to table, walk the knees back in. We're going to do our puppy pose. So find some length in your core, and then I'm going to walk my hands forward a foot or so, trying to keep my hips stacked over the knees. I'm just going to start pressing my forearms down into the mat, my chest into the mat. And for a deeper stretch, you can press your chin to the mat. If it's too much, you can always bring your forehead to the mat. This is a really deep stretch in the underneath area of our armpits, a little in the chest, and yes, into our back. Enjoying this moment here. Releasing a little bit in that shoulder complex. Last breath. As we inhale, bring your forehead to the mat, everybody, if you're not there. Putting some weight in there so we can walk our hands back under the shoulders, just a little weight in the forehead. And we're going to press back up through table. Let's come to our knees. If you need to, please do some nice little shoulder rolls here. If kneeling is not okay for you, please find a comfortable seated position, whether it's cross-legged or just sitting on your tush. I'm just gonna do a little lateral bend here as we inhale. Lift the hands up and overhead, clasping the fingers but releasing the index finger. We're just gonna do a little kind of seated crescent bend here. Inhale to lengthen, pull the arms up. Exhale, let's pull the hands over to the right. It's coming back up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale up. Exhale. Reaching with this top arm up and over. Relaxing the shoulders. So last one each side. When you inhale, come back to center. Release your hands. You can grab a quick drink of water and then we're going to meet on our backs. We are almost done. Time for the relaxation part of the class. So have your palms facing up, but have your feet planted on the mat about hip width apart. We're just going to do some little pelvic tilts here. So take a nice big inhale. I'm going to scoop up, lifting my tailbone and sucking the core in. As I exhale, I'm going to push my tush out, press the tailbone into the mat so I create this nice little arch under my back. Inhale, scoop it up, pressing the lower back into the mat. Engaging that core. Exhale, release, tush into the ground. 2 more. Last one. And then when you're ready, you can walk your feet back down into Shavasana, closing those eyes, letting the feet hang loose. Just taking note if any of your body feels like you got a good stretch or if it's a little sore, a little tight, hopefully not. Just a quick little analysis from head to toe, fingertip to fingertip. Maybe letting your breath and thought linger a little bit on the shoulder, chest, upper back, neck complex area. Just seeing how that feels. We did our big focus there. Knowing that a lot of this is to help our posture, help us stand tall, to help shine our light, to help open the heart. Just letting your breath come back to its normal, natural pace here. If you find your mind wandering, bring it back to just the thought of the breath, even if you're not controlling it. A lot of times I like to say inhale and exhale in my mind to keep me focused on that and not my thoughts. Enjoying and melting here. Feeling each point of contact with the back of your body into the mat, the floor. Find this time to see if you can find some stillness. If not, remember, you can make those micro adjustments to make yourself more comfortable. Just going to take a few more breaths here. Letting yourself be calm, relaxed, hopefully not falling asleep. I know I've been there in a few classes in my life. Remember, let your body just be. It knows pretty well what it wants. Just give me one last breath here. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, lift the left arm up and overhead, rolling onto the left side body this time, cradling that right ear. My bicep and right hand makes contact with the earth. Maybe bending your knees, maybe pressing your right hand into the ground, making some contact with the earth. When you're ready, we're going to push ourselves up into a comfortable seated position. Kneeling, cross-legged, sitting any way you want. And we're going to bring our hands to prayer. Eyes are closed or downcasted. Even if they're downcasted, the rest of our spine is still stacked nice and strong. Or it's just a little bit engaged. Shoulders, we're going to pinch them together and just pull them down a little bit. Thanking our body for showing up today. Thanking our shoulders and neck and back for letting us open them up. Thanking our fellow yogis for sharing in this practice and our energies with us. From the light of me to lighting you. Namaste. So remember, move gently, grab some water